Walls whisper and shadows shout. Christmas lights flicker ghosts about. Even spooks need a little cheer. Love's what they haunt for this time of year. Ghosts need love too, yeah they do. Under the mistletoe haunting you, rattling chains with hearts so blue. Ghosts need love at Christmas too. Santa's boots are worn down thin, same red suit again, again. North Pole's freezing, I need the sun. Somebody else can make the run. Elves are striking, reindeer pout. Even jolly old Saint wants out. Ghosts need love too, yeah they do. Under the mistletoe haunting you, Santa's packing for a beachy view. Ghosts need love at Christmas too. Demons dancing round the Christmas tree, decked in flames and laughing with glee. Jingle bells with a devilish twist, they're making merry with a fiery kiss. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ghosts need love too. Under the mistletoe haunting you, rattling chains with hearts so blue. Ghosts need love at Christmas. Ghosts need love. Ghosts need love. Ghosts need love.
Hey guys, is the music on? I'm very confused tonight. Oh yeah, it seems to be. Okay, I'm sorry about the confusion at the time. I could have gone live after Adelaide, but I didn't want to step on Carla's toes, and it ended up being 5 minutes. So, for me, people who are probably a bit lived out tonight, I really appreciate everybody coming in. I just wanted to do a quick nighttime live, because I like to do a couple a week, hit the different time zones. James is here, smoking kipper, he'll be back for breakfast, and it reminded me, I had a kipper in ages. Why isn't my comment showing? I love kippers, and we're known for them here. Famous kippers here. That's the kippers. Hey Caroline. You had a busy night. I had a busy night. We've both been modded. At least there was no singing tonight. What was a bonus? Scotland crumpets with lots of butter and raspberry jam. I've got crumpets. I've got a pack of 12 today. Even though they're downstairs taunting me, I can hear them. Sarah, Sarah, we're here. You got peanut butter and jam. They're lovely on us. Crumpets. Hey Mike, oh. I'm somehow still awake. Yeah, me too, Cass. I thought, well, shall I go live before I go to sleep or after? Get up, and I thought, no, I'll go before. Then I can just crash out. Evening, Drag Ranger. How are you doing? You like some classic rock. Hanging's Head on Time. I like that one actually. I've just done that one. Nostalgic. Sort of glam. I don't know how far it spread, but when I was in London in the 80s, go to the early 90s, there was a brief genre called trash. which was a mix of glam and punk, and I used to love that stuff. Loved it. Hey Julie, how's before Moss? Don't give me ideas. Seriously, ask me that. Hey Firefly, how you doing? Good to see you. Please, yeah. Hey, hey. Maybe Stevie, remember for 13 months, just got me to say hi. Are we going to do a podcast with that one? I will check that out. I'll TV watch that later, darling. Thank you for the 13 months, for treasure. Treasure. So I should see that. Oh, hang on. Is that better? That's weird. It's not done that before. It must be it was my laptop mic. My microphone wasn't working. It is now. Hopefully that's better. Oh, actually, I should have known because the ring around my face is a lot clearer. Oh, this laptop. This laptop was quite an expensive laptop, but it wasn't a cheap one. Let's put it that way. Because I bought it for all the graphics stuff, and it's just horrendous. But it's there's no camera on it. On the previous laptop that was a cheap one had a really good camera on it, and the speakers and the microphone are just awful. My advice, if you're going to buy a laptop to do YouTube and to do streaming, one, make sure there's a camera on it because it saves so much bother, even if it's just to get you started. And don't trust the microphone anyway. Hopefully that's better. Alexis Artemis Greenhard the first. How are you? Hello family, much love to you. Work is still crazy. I'll try and get on more often. No problem, darling. You take care of yourself. Can you hear me now? Can everybody come? I'm behind. Hang on. The white chocolate fairy is here spreading holiday joy. Can people... Hang on. Right. Eating my last bit of crumpet. No. No, Mike. Not licorice. I'm not allowed licorice. I miss licorice. I love black licorice. But I'm not allowed to have it. Because I don't know what it is in licorice, by the way. Black licorice you can't have when you have to be careful of oxygen levels in your blood. And it sucks because I love black licorice. Never like crumpets, but I do like an English muffin. I like both. I'm at the gym, leaving that. Oh, these people who go to the gym. I'm assuming I sound all right now. Sounds like Sarah's down a tunnel. No, just crap. Member for 15 months. Holy cow. Thank you so much, Mike. You treasure. The absolute treasure. That must have been since I got remonetized. Kath, I'm just a baby. More babies once. Oh, Julie, thank you so much. You remember? That better? I can't hear myself. I can't hear how I sound on the computer. So, a lot of us can't. Depends on the setup, but I can't hear me. So, I need the chat to say, "Oh, can't hear you." That's never happened before though, because the microphone was plugged in. It must have knocked it out. Pussycat. Hi, Blanket. Hello to all driving. Did I miss driving? Well, actually, I don't. I miss having a car. I don't miss driving. I was glad it wasn't my computer. Do you know YouTube's been really glitchy recently for everybody? There's things like the screen whirring and focus going in and out, etc. And yeah, oh my god, is it my internet? Is it my computer? And then you see other people in the chat saying it, and you think, oh, phew. Yeah. I have a vlog that I'm working on at the moment. Now, I don't normally work on vlogs because normally it's like open microphone, rant. I need to be careful with this one. But yeah, in terms of YouTube, you don't need all the hoops and whistles to get started. You really don't. Baby steps. So, Cag, I did pop into your live stream, but you had Seg on. I'd already watched him for an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long he was on. I lost count. Go in to have a nice chill with Cag and Allison, and there he is on screen. No, I'm kidding. How are you doing, sweetie? Yes, you crow. I'm always crowing the chat. That's what I do. Licorice does odd things to a lot of conditions. I forget what. It was weird because I don't know. I can't even remember how I found out because it was literally about a year ago I ended up being rushed into hospital because I couldn't breathe. And about the week before, I had treated myself to over here. If you're in the UK, you'd know we call them Pontefract cakes, and they're sort of round discs of black licorice. Really good stuff. And I treated myself to a big, massive bag of these Pontefract cakes, and I had to, when I came back from the hospital, I had to chuck them out because I wasn't allowed them. Broke my heart. Something's wrong with Sarah's taste buds. Loves black licorice. Yep, hates white chocolate. I know, and the irony of all of this is I'm not allowed black licorice, but I am allowed white chocolate. Life is so unfair. Recovered from Seg dropping by your live. I know, he did that to me last week? Code sent him the link and I didn't know. Just suddenly appeared in the basement. I would be in the gym too, but it's the middle of the night. I practically live there. I do miss going to the gym. I used to like going to the gym actually. When I was at uni, and I was older when I went to uni, and then teaching as well. Could use the gym for nothing. I actually really enjoyed using the gym. But the thought of using a commercial gym where people are way too serious about it. I used to love this stuff, which was black chocolate. Sorry, licorice covered in dark chocolate. Oh. No, that sounds good. That sounds good. Might be the anise. Yeah, that's what gives black licorice its flavour, but might be, I don't know. I didn't look into it, to be honest. I just saw you can't have black licorice anymore. What? A gin? What's a gin? It's a misspelling of gin, Cag. It's what some of us have with either tonic, or if you're me and you have one of the local artisanal ones, you drink it neat. Get Sarah a limo and a chauffeur. Yeah. Oh, I have to make do with taxis at the minute. I don't know, I wouldn't want a limo and a chauffeur, to be honest, because I am really bad at being driven. It's a control freak in me, but I have to be the one driving. Jonathan! How are you doing? Sarah believes that the pieces of Tony's chocolonely that I grabbed from the Christmas sweet box are not white. Milk chocolate with nougat and milk pretzel. Ooh, milk pretzel toffee. It's 37 degrees. Oh my goodness. Summer cranking up the heat. See, I told you didn't like limos. What did I tell you? Diet Coke, caffeine free, please. Coffee. Tim Tams and chocolate chip cookies. How difficult is that to remember? Seg is so rude. Please don't sit down for that one. I was going to say no, but who am I kidding? Just make a commentary channel. All you need is opinions and a mic. Yeah. I mean, I could do videos as well on sort of doing a YouTube channel, but if you're just starting out, especially, baby steps, takes a long time on YouTube for the most part, for most people, for most of us. I think Cag's in the chat. I think, the Cag Larnison did say a couple of lives ago how long they'd been on it. It's like 10 years, 11 years. And do it for the love of it, but you're just going to make things worse if you try too much too soon, especially if you're not used to doing editing or any of that. It doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes more complicated. I mean, I do vlogs. I've always done vlogs. Yeah, you don't need all the hoops and whistles. Fight with your internet connection. Licorice contains, I can't pronounce that, which can cause serious side effects, including dangerously low potassium, hypoglycemia, and respiratory failure in high doses. Yeah. Apparently, there's. I think it was the only food that I really like that can aggravate low oxygen in the blood. Fortunately, the foods, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but it was things like pineapple that help with oxygen in the blood. I pretty much all like. I enjoy licorice and mud. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't eat especially if it's the really good black licorice. It's not like I sat there and ate a whole bag or something, but I was just told don't eat it anymore. Hey, Sage Rat. I haven't watched it yet. No spoilies. Just seen it pop up on my feed. So needs to plan. What have I done? Did I do Sarah's a wonderful Dr. White chocolate forever? No. I love black licorice, but have to limit it because I have low potassium and have heart issues with heart murmur and other issues. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if I could say we have a thing over here called the sherbet. What's it called, guys? Sherbet dip or whatever it is, but it's just like a thin stick of licorice that you dip in sherbet. Treat myself occasionally. I do actually have a one of those little things that you put on your finger to measure the. Actually, I haven't used it for a bit. I have to find it. So you can check your oxygen levels. So maybe I could have a little testy with it. Black licorice is the spawn of Satan. No, it's awesome. If hubby does have COPD, he's wrong to stop him up on black licorice. If it's the heavy duty stuff like the Pontefract cakes, yeah, probably. Or gin. I get that. And I can do, yeah. You drink regular coffee but caffeine free. I know. Go figure. I know. I get the irony. Coffee does. I get heart palpitations, but they're controllable. The doctor told me, "Can you control them?" I said, "Yes." Right, you're fine. Nothing to worry about. Um, Coffee does not affect me unless it's Italian coffee. So if I go to Italy, I do drink it, but then I don't. I only drink it if I'm in Italy, which obviously isn't very often. But tea, I have to drink decaf tea if I'm drinking a lot of tea. And when I first started getting the palpitations, what I realised was causing it was I was going home at night and I was drinking 2 or 3 bottles of, the small bottles of or tin cans of Diet Coke, and it was the Diet Coke. If I'm out at a restaurant or McDonald's or whatever, I just have regular Diet Coke. But at home, I drink a lot, so I get the caffeine free in. Yeah, I know. Irony. I had a bad experience with gin when I was 18. I haven't been able to touch it since. I was like that with vodka for a long time. I think the first major hangover I ever had, and I wasn't 18. 15, 16. Took me a long time to touch it. It took me. I did eventually drink vodka again, but I'll tell you what, I still can't listen to without feeling ill. Is one of my school friends lived next door to a pub, and they let us in. Younger. I celebrated my 18th in there. I've been drinking in there for 3 years. It's like that up here, right? And we'd gone to hers, and I was lying on the bed, and we put the radio on, and the Doors' Riders on the Storm came on. And 40 years later, 40 plus years later, I still cannot listen to that song without feeling ill. So I know I need to team rewatch. I hope he did. He deserves it. He deserves it. Keep his feet on the ground, Mr. 48K. That's awesome, actually. I can't wait for him to hit 50 years old. No, 50K. When I lived in Spain, I could get Gordon's London Gin for a really cheap price. Mum loved the stuff. When I came home, single suitcase had 3 1-litre bottles in. She was ridiculously pleased. My mum kept telling me how good I was to bring it home, and being a Scot, even more tickled when she found out how cheap it. Oh yeah. When I was still doing the market a couple of years ago, there was 2 or 3 traders that came down, because I'm near the border, came down from Scotland to do the market, and they used to go back with trolleyfuls of alcohol because it was so much cheaper here at the supermarket than where they were. I haven't watched any of it yet. Sherbet Dabs. Is there Sherbet Dabs? The one where it's in a yellow packet. Can any Brits remember? It's in like a sherbet. It's like a paper tube, yellow paper tube, and it was like a stick of. I mean, horrendously bad for you. But it was like a stick of. You can still get them, I think. Licorice, black licorice, and then just sherbet, and you dipped it into the sherbet and. I think aside from 6 Georgette's reprint novels I got her for a steal was one of the best gifts I got her, and I bought the Monty Python's DVD collection and some Ealing comedies once. I like some of the Ealing comedies. Dad was a massive fan of them. The Lady Killers, can't beat the Lady Killers. Don't never go near the remake. A pull socks is what those are called. Yeah. Look, it's what they give you, and it's what they put on your finger in hospital. But I got one on Amazon for less than £10, and you can get them that measure more, but mine measures my blood oxygen levels and my heart rate. Um, uh, Coffee makes Sarah spicy. Actually, coffee does nothing to me. I just need it. I don't get. I'm drinking coffee now. I'll make another one before I go to bed. Probably have an intermission and make another one. It won't stop me sleeping at all. I'm onto it now. Internet is a great thing. Oh, Pontefract cakes. Pontefract cakes are awesome. I am disgusted in a land of down under with many glories. Actually, I get the Fox biscuits thing. That'll partly be nostalgia. But Foxes do good biscuits. Come on, guys. Come on. They're a bit pricey, but so are Tim Tams. Hello, Pinky. I'm home safely. That is awesome. Just biscuits. I don't know if you have an alternative name. Biscuits are kind of what you guys would call cookies, but we also have cookies. A bit weird. Biscuits we have with our tea and coffee. Sweet flavoured. Shortbread and stuff. Sex disappointment to Aussies everywhere. Caroline, this is where I wish I had a stream deck, right? To have reverb on here or something. But Caroline, no backsies. Okay. His warranty has expired. No refunds. You got him sold as seen. If you saw my roast of him, I said all that. I don't do diet. First off, I don't need the weight loss. Two, those artificial sweeteners are a nightmare. I agree with you. I just got into the habit. I actually prefer. I'm weird, all right. I know. I actually prefer Diet Coke to full flavour. I don't have diet everything when I'm drinking fizzy stuff, but I just prefer my Diet Coke. Just let me cough a minute. There we go. So, if you ever have a Tim Tam, particularly double or caramel one, you will look at all of the cookies with sadness or wondering why they lack. The ones that Peachy sent, she sent the different flavours. She sent the mint ones. She sent the caramel ones. Sent ones you couldn't get here. I should have refilled my juice. I was raised on Tim Tams. They were my dad's favourite bicky. I'm not surprised. Good stuff. Sorry, guys. Genuinely, the coughing is. I've finally managed to find some electric cigarettes because I don't like vapes, and I've been alright with it all day, but it's hitting the back of my throat now. I'll stop roasting Seg when he stops ignoring me. He ignores everybody. Apart from Justy Wusty. Anybody he'll troll, like Justin and Kagan Allison. Slytherin girl. Well, I suppose if I liked Harry Potter, which I don't, I would be too. I found them in. I think Caroline had already mentioned them, and I saw them in Morrison's. You can get the regular ones in Morrison's, like the milk chocolate ones, and sometimes you can get the caramel ones in there as well. And I thought they were expensive, but I think they're probably a bit cheaper than they are in Oz, to be honest. And I mean, where I live, the number of things that people say, oh, we have them here, like not here in Alnwick. Not in the middle of Northumberland, we don't. But yes, we do get Tim Tams. I had a lodger who worked for Coca-Cola and she brought home Coca-Cola Life and it was lovely. I think they made a huge mistake discontinuing it. It's so much better than Coke Zero or Diet Coke. I don't think it's Coke have a nasty aftertaste. The mint ones and it's like a special edition, isn't it? The deluxe range. And she sent me another one that was deluxe range. It was kind of, I can't remember what it was called, what they were called. But I think they were like a chocolate brownie flavour. The only thing I would say about Tim Tams is even me with a sweet tooth, it's not like opening a packet of bourbons or custard creams and suddenly realising half the packet's gone, Tim Tams are the best biscuits I've ever had. I don't drink a lot of soda, so I don't mind the regular kind. Yeah, I mean, if I'm out, that's fine. It's the reason I only get well, you can't get the caffeine free when you're out anyway, but I get the caffeine free at home because I drink a lot when I'm at home. Found Pontefract cakes on Amazon. I always put them in my cart later, but shouldn't. Should I? Give them a taste. I mean, to be honest, they are so rich. I'd be very surprised if anybody would sit there and sort of eat much of it, because it would be too much. But they are delicious. They are delicious. $6 a pack. Oh, I always forget what. Hang on. Pounds to Oz dollars. So they're £2.50 here. That's for the basic ones. Well, I can't get the others. Actually, yeah, they are cheaper here. Like, according to this, it's $5. Oh no, I've lost StreamYard. There we go. I like an Eccles cake. Yeah, Mum, I like Eccles cake. Mum's loves them. I've just done a massive food order to be delivered on Saturday. And she said, oh, actually, I don't know if I put Eccles cakes on. Oops. Better make sure. Dark chocolate, anything is divine. They can be found on Amazon, Mike, but when I looked on Amazon, they're a lot more expensive than getting them in the shops. I mean, seriously. I mean, like I say, we pay £2.50. I mean, obviously for the basic ones, but you can pay £10 on Amazon. It might be where they're sourcing them from, and the special editions. Harrier 51, hey Air Force. I can't get over to calling you Air Force. I have the Nicorette inhalers which aren't electrical vape. My GP gets them on prescription for me. I actually might go to the GP at some point. I'm okay with the electric cigarettes. I have actually used the electric cigarettes before and done really well with them. Just slip back into the old habit. But obviously I've got to try and... But the vapes just don't work. I hate the vapes. And they don't do the electric cigarettes as much as they used to. But I've managed to find some. So... never had Tim Tams. Julie, I had Tim Tams. They were okay. Eccles cakes are good for keeping you. Eccles cakes are yummy. I actually love mincemeat. Sweet mincemeat for the Americans, because it's that time of year for mince pies. But yeah, Eccles cakes are yummy. Get mincemeat all year round with Eccles cakes. And Vegemite to be a ridiculous price here in the US on Amazon. Here in my local supermarket, when I got some Vegemite for a taste test, it was next to the Marmite. They were next to each other. They're about the same price, to be honest. And I don't care what anybody says. There's not a lot of difference in them. I could eat either. For the UK fan, the Morrison's the best Christmas fruitcake log. Big slice chunk is very good. Tastes homemade. Really? Because I can't remember what Christmas cake I ordered, but bit light on ice. I hate marzipan. I like icing. I don't like almonds. The only time I can eat marzipan, don't ask me why, is I love I don't know if this is just a UK thing. I love Battenberg cake. There's marzipan on that. I don't know. Mark, the sarcastic law student member for 5 months. Hello. How are you doing? I found Vegemite in my local Tesco, not the same one as I found the Tim Tams in and brought a jar home. My Aussie flatmate cried. I think the Aussies overreact. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I didn't notice how there's a slight difference in texture, I think. But I'd quite happily Vegemite as much as I'd eat Marmite. I think I prefer the texture of Marmite, but that might just be because I'm used to it. Vegemite feels slightly rougher. Not too bad, still sore from work. I went to ask what you were doing at work to be sore. Although work always makes me sore, but grumpy. It's also why I'm doing the middle of the night live, because I'm working on the putting the yearbook together. So, guys, if anybody, I've already apologised to Cass and a couple of other people, but if you think I'm ignoring you on messages and stuff, it's because I'm literally heads down getting the yearbook done. Told you, no comparison between Vegemite and Marmite on melted buttered crumpets. I do like both. Nicorette inhaler. I looked on Amazon. We don't have. No, what I'm using at the moment, I've just plugged it back in. I need to find the other one. Is the electric cigarette, because it's cigarette shaped as well, so and it's cheaper as well. That helps. I was digging up a crossing on the railway, as you do. Hopefully finish rebuilding it tomorrow. In this weather. Oh goodness. Well, it's been alright today, I think. Not that I've been outside. Have I been outside today? No, I haven't. Can't even remember. I think I saw that one, because I obviously did the online shop. I think I saw that. I don't mind the marzipan if it's a thin layer, because, like you say, with everything else, Vegemite is superior. Of course it is. Say that to Seg, because you'll get a rant about how there's no difference. The same company. Law student working on the railroad. Yeah. Get work where you can get it. It's good Welsh weather. The rain comes more straight down than to the side. Oh, it comes out the side here. Although we don't get the rain you get in Wales. The Cheviots and the Pennines see to that. Hey, Shadow Cat. I do say it's a seg, and I bet you can. There's no difference. It's like his argument with jam and cream on a scone, or the fruit, or that tomato's a vegetable. No, it's a fruit. Fucking fruit. I was shocked. Flatmate got home from work and I told her to check the food cupboard. She'd been feeling homesick that week. Oh, do you know something? I mean, I've spent time away, not massive amount of time, but I do find out because I know I was only 19, but spending 3 months in the States, and it's funny the things you miss. It's not sort of anything to do with the food of where you are. It's just sometimes there's just, it might be something like a biscuit, or yes, I'm like Seg taking back Foxes when he comes over. You two have hair. I don't have to call you Harrier. I'm so used to calling you Air Force. As I told Seg, he couldn't be a mod for HS. She's just sweet FA here. Seg's only a bloody mod here because he moaned that Crow had a wrench and he didn't. He didn't wanted the wrench. He just wanted the wrench. Crow got a wrench and I haven't. Tomatoes are fruit. It's not sweet. Yeah, it's a fruit because the seeds are on the inside. It's hard work, but it feels good that no one should be able to notice. If they have a smooth ride, I did good. Exactly. Guess we know. Did you miss English white chocolate? No. English white chocolate. Any white chocolate from anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the universe. Yucky. I love tomatoes actually. Yeah, it can be just whatever reminds you of home, I think. I mean, I'm going back a long time. You know, I'm going back into the 80s. I mean, these days it's easier because, you know, if you can't get it locally, you can go on the internet, you know, get it delivered. But Welsh white chocolate is the business. No white chocolate is the business. None. The 80s were great. I hated the 80s. At the time, I hated the 80s. I look back on them a lot more nostalgically now. I mean, I spent half my life in gigs. I mean, I had a great time in the 80s, so I don't know why. But at the time, I think it was because of the music, and you don't always appreciate it at the time. The movies. Went to my first festival in 1984. AC/DC headlining, Van Halen next on the bill. Ozzy Osbourne. Gary Moore. Can't remember who else was on there. I don't know when I had white chocolate last. I doubt I've had it for a long years. Can't stand it. Suppose if I'd emigrated anywhere, I'd probably have a hankering for things like I did in Bristol, where I couldn't get mother's pride bread and granny's soup. Mostly I'm into the shiny and new. I mean, I lived in London for 6 years, and there were one or two things I missed. I couldn't get down there. And I'm sure I've said this before, but when I didn't put two and two together, But I thought I'd suddenly gone off fish when I lived in London. And then when I came back up here, I realised it was because you can't get it fresh in London. Because it's not next to the sea. So it's frozen and then, defrosted. Whereas I grew up in a fishing port where had a local fish shop, and literally a lot of the fish you would go into the fish shop to buy it literally come out the sea that night. So I've only been out the sea a few hours, and the taste is spectacularly different. I see 90s were a blur to me. I went back to uni and early 90s, yeah, I was still in London when we were seeing Guns N' Roses and all sorts of amazing bands, Faith No More, but the the later 90s and the 2000s were just a blur because I was studying and teaching. I could barely say what define. Maybe you define what what your childhood and your teenage years are. That they're the bits you remember sort of the most. Taught me to live in the moment. Yeah, absolutely. My son said he doesn't know what the 80s were like. Bad clothes, bad hair. I mean, I was a rocker, so I kind of avoided a lot of that, but bad music. Belgian chocolate's awesome, though, generally. Motley Crue. I saw Motley Crue several times, actually, and always by default. I think they were at that Donington Festival, right at the bottom of the bill. I saw them in Newcastle, but I'd gone to that one because Cheap Trick was supporting them, and I love Cheap Trick. And then I saw them at Wembley Arena, but we'd bought those tickets because Skid Row was one of the sport acts. And every time I went, I must have seen them another time. I can't remember what the other one was. Because every time you went, Tommy Lee's drum kit got bigger and did more. It started moving around, and by the time we got to Wembley Arena, he was doing full 360 rotations in it. Sarah's just a white chocolate hater. Damn right I am. How to be emigrate would probably be Edinburgh. It's only an hour of the train for me, Edinburgh. Just crow the chat. Hang on. I barely remember anything from the 2000s. In fact, I barely remember anything post 1998. I was just so hell on busy studying and teaching, and I don't remember anything. Pop culture wise, very little. I'm at the age now where I don't just forget what I went into a room for, but forget to go into the room in the first place. My problem is I've always been like that. I've always been scatty. What the Crew Kid done? They weren't on the bill then. It wasn't there. I saw them somewhere else. I think it was Quiet Riot. It was definitely 84 when I went with AC/DC and Van. It must have been something else. Memory is shot, by the way. So it was Newcastle, the arena, and I saw another one. Fuck knows. I love Skid Row. Skid Row were awesome. I saw them in their own show, and also saw them support Guns N' Roses and support Motley Crue. Sebastian Bach had a set of pipes on him. Seen that Motley Crue open up for Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, they were. Look at that Donington '84 one. Who am I mistaking? No. Look at the lineup. Oh, they were at '84. Oh, I got it right. AC/DC, Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, Gary Moore, Y&T. God, there's a name from the past. Accept Motley Crue. They were at the bottom of the bill. No, not going as daft as I thought I was. I was a punk rocker who used to secretly love ABBA. I wasn't into punk at the time. It was when I was in my early 20s. I got a lot more into punk, classic punk of the Stranglers and the Damned and New York Dolls, people like that. Loved the Damned. Pomp, hey, you working, sweetie? I've got the hiccups. Can't remember what I ate last night. I can remember what band I seen in 1982. Yeah, I can. The problem I have is I know if I've seen a band, and I often know how many times I've seen them. But when I lived in London for 6 years, and when I was down there, I was 19 to me being 19 years old to 25 years old, and it was an amazing time to be in London because we were going to anywhere between 3 and 5 gigs a week. And that was anything from small club gigs to sort of concert halls to arena, occasionally the stadium. And it was cheap to do it back then. I also knew somebody in the music industry that could give me free tickets. So I saw so many gigs, so many bands. So it tends to become a bit of a blur. I know if I've seen somebody. Occasionally somebody will bring up a band and I go, oh God, I've seen them. But memory can be a tricky thing, absolutely. Got out of kindergarten in 98. You have to tunnel out. I don't think I've seen. No, I haven't seen Ted Nugent. I don't know if he came over here very much though. Somebody can correct me, but no, it's okay. I was doubting myself because I was actually wrong that it was. I'd had a false memory that Quiet Riot were on that bill. But it doesn't say on the list I'm looking at. So not a problem. 2 summers ago, we saw Motley Crue, Joan Jett, Poison, and Def Leppard at the stadium in Hershey. Yeah. It's I never saw Joan Jett or Poison, but I love Joan Jett. I don't think I saw Poison. Did I see Poison? No, I don't think I did. My dad's cousin wanted me to go to work in Canada between school and unis and au pair. There was a lot of bad family politics going on. I didn't go and I was so mad. That's what I did in the States for 3 months as an au pair. Listened to Def Leppard when I was young during the yeah, I listened to a lot of American rock because I've said this before. I hit 13 in 1980 and our music sucked, all synthesizers, and I was a musician, so I spent a lot of the 80s delving back into the back catalogues of the 70s especially. But in terms of the more current music, I've got into people like Van Halen and Cheap Trick, etc. But the British ones, Yeah, people like Def Leppard and or the Scorpions in Germany. Yeah, Scorpions, White Snake, etc. Me and Sarah seen the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. We're not older seasons veterans of the rock and roll world. See, the thing is, I don't know about you, Hairfuss, but I some of my earliest memories are of music. I can remember way back into, I don't know about the 60s, but certainly the early 70s. I can remember because I loved the glam rock, and my dad was really into his music. So I can remember 71, 72, Top of the Pops here. It's part of my, it's probably why I ultimately out of everything, um, music's where my heart is. So, and actually, even in terms of my artwork, what inspires me the most, and I have created full artworks just from listening to a piece of music because it somehow brings imagery to my head. I mean, the special project I keep talking about is for a music video, and it's because I was listening to the song and I was just visualizing how the art could be. Jimmy, how are you doing, sweetie? Jimmy in the house, sweet child of mine. That song. First fanzine. The vlog I'm going to be doing is going to be one of the things. Many things I'm going to be talking about is talking about fanzines and being able to produce stuff yourself. And yeah, Guns N' Roses was the first one we did. So pump you poorly. Hang on, if somebody's saying go to emergency, what's going on? Sorry, it's because I'm crying the chat. It's not that I don't care. Before it starts. Oh, you're all right, darling. This isn't from the other night, is it? Oh, I've lost where I was in chat now. Hang on. Sorry. Just go back down the chat. But if you need to go to emergency, go to emergency. And I'm being a massive big hypocrite saying that because I'm terrible. But go to emergency. I'm sorry, I'd missed those messages. Yeah, if Ghostweener's telling you, go. Caroline's telling you. You need Pinky's telling you to go to the doctor. You will in 3 hours 33 minutes. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. So 6 o'clock. So have you got a walk in or somewhere where you are? I'm well, so thank you. That's good, Jimmy. I'm pleased you're well. I'm very pleased that you're well. Pom, go to the doctors. Seriously. That I don't want to scaremonger, but it's in a similar situation with Dad, and go to the doctors. If you can, go now. Or at least call a paramedic because if you call a paramedic, actually, call 111. I'm serious now. Call 111. They can send a paramedic to you. They can do an ECG with you there. They will have the equipment in the ambulance. Have a nasty headache. Must be white chocolate. Yeah, I see. Told you. No, must need white chocolate. No, it's the white chocolate that causes it, Kiwi. Thank you for being here. No, it's not. And like I say, if please call 111. At least get some advice. They were very good. It was them that got me to hospital last year. No good going to the bloody GP. When I got rushed in, it was 111. They are very, very good if you've not used the service. If you were 17, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But since you're like 87 from, you should really get it checked out. It's the persistent bit. I agree with Cass. It's the persistent bit. Oh, do you know, bloody Monty Python, isn't it? It's just a scratch. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you call an ambulance, they will check you there. I say call 111 because 111 will call them for you. That's car too. What if it's not though? Then you can get on with his work. If he calls an ambulance, he doesn't have to go to the hospital. Ganja mama. If you're crushing a bone pain, go now, especially if you're feeling sick and sweaty with it. I thought mine was asthma. It's a serious heart issue. Yeah. Pump, if you do nothing else, if you're going to be stubborn, if you do nothing else, call 111 and talk to them. Yeah, it's a tooth. It's not a tooth, it's a heart. I've been sent off by GPs, etc., and I've known it's not my heart. They'll literally send someone to you if you call. They will. I can't recommend 111. If you live in the UK, 111 is an excellent service. And if they feel that you need attention, they will sort it out for you. They won't just say, go to the emergency room. They'll say, I mean, they couldn't get an ambulance to me quick enough. So I had to get a taxi. But when I got to the hospital, they knew I was coming. Everything they'd been alerted. They knew who I was. They knew my records, everything. I'll go straight after work. Hospital's close to home anyway. If you're going to do that, if it starts getting worse before that, call 111. Always call just in case. Because it's also, I mean, I don't want to scaremonger you, but what happened with Dad is he'd had heart problems for years. But that's when he had his stroke. So, Sage, thank you so much. Get your chest pains checked out, Pom. Absolutely. And you've got a 4-hour window. If I'm really trying not to scaremonger, but you've got a 4-hour window if it's a stroke. I'll tell you what, though. If you decide not to go before you finish work, go when you finish work, even if it has started calming down. I agree with everybody, though. You should go and get it checked now. But I get it with work. I'd be the same. Loomis Mayhem. Well, hello. We're trying to get Pomp to the hospital. Yeah, they will. And like I say, they do have the equipment in the ambulance to measure your heart. No, actually, that's true. Heartburn doesn't ease with sitting. Okay. Just keep nagging him. He don't like being nagged, so hopefully he'll go just to shut everybody up. If it was ease when doing, that's why I've just read that. Yeah, that's what I said. If he doesn't want to leave work, if he calls 111, they'll send somebody to him, and they can make the decision because they won't give him any option if they make the decision that he needs to go to the hospital. Also means he's not sitting in a bloody waiting area in an emergency room. At least call 111. That's not going to hurt, is it? Just making a phone call. And they are very. I am very cynical with the NHS at a GP level, but 111 were amazing. Raven, I've seen you today. You've been lurking. He's calling. Good. Much better to be safe than sorry. I mean, I am horrendous for going to the doctors. Absolutely horrendous. But there are certain things that you think I need to call. At least call 111 and find out. It's like when I couldn't breathe. Even I thought, maybe I need checking out. And heart problems is another one. Even more so, actually. So if I miss someone, not a problem, sweetie. Pump will be on the phone going nuts. He's got about 30 people yelling at him in a live chat to talk about his chest pain now to 111. Have I said hello to Aussie Cat? Can't remember. I cannot remember. I am just so not with it right now. I think it's Sheila Creates. Hey. How are you doing? 2:39 here in the middle of the night. Yes, you did, Sarah. Yeah. What about Pompey? If he's on the phone, he'll to be honest, if he tells them all that on the phone, they're not going to give him much of an option. My boyfriend would not be here if you ignored advice for a great many people at work. I'm thankful to this day, yeah. I tried to lurk in sex before I fell asleep right away. You didn't miss anything. It's just a seg live. Blah, blah, blah. Justin sucks. Stop being a bully cag. You get the gist. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point, Sage. Right? You must have needed it, Raven. Now you know how to get some sleep. Put a seg live on. I'm kidding. Although Crow did a, I was telling him the other day, Crow did a 4.5 hour live last week. And I'd only been in bed an hour when he went live. And I got up and I started modding, but I was just so tired. I had to go and lie down, and I fell asleep for 2 hours. Woke up and he was still bloody live. But the 2 hours, I rarely remember my dreams. If they're just run-of-the-mill dreams, I rarely remember them. But I do remember in the dream that, because I'd left the live on, so you know it's playing in my ears. And I do remember part of the dream was me sitting at a bloody restaurant or cafe with Crow eating a full English breakfast. He must have been talking about it in the live. The only bit of the dream he was in, but it's like full English breakfast. I can still see the bloody full English breakfast I was eating. Freezing. We got a little snow here today. It's been very cold. Oh no, keep your snow. Keep your snow. Raven's sick has effect on women. No singing. No singing. No, we were spared that today. Did he? I was paying attention, honest I was, Governor. Oh yeah, I remember that. He tried to sing his own theme song but couldn't remember it. I'd love to say I was shocked at that, but somehow that just fits. Yeah, it was 4.5 hours. But I literally only slept for an hour because I was in today. I am up during nearly all night at the minute. And I'd only been asleep an hour. And I tried to get up and failed. And also it was brief. Must have been. Because normally, you know, we're all traumatized. All I have from English breakfast now are the beans. I usually do cook breakfast for dinner. It's actually quite a convenient evening meal to do. If you can't be bothered to cook properly, do a fry up. I don't tend to eat breakfast, so that tends to be when I'll have it. It's for the evening. It's why here in the UK we have cafes do all day breakfast. I'm going to hiccup. Saw my cardiologist yesterday. He said my heart is really good. Try the weirdest sheet to escape my insomnia. That was the thing. I think it was that night Crow went live. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was the worst one was Sunday night, Monday morning, which is because I actually went live at about 4:30 because I just tried going to sleep. I was lying in bed for about an hour and a half and just did not happen. So that's when I went live. Thank God for being able to go live, you know, because I wasn't feeling well enough to work or awake enough to work. No, I'll go online and see if anybody's about. Chocolate cake is calling my name. Chocolate cake's always calling my name. Was Crow's hot dog in your dreams as a breakfast sausage? No, it was just a regular, massive plate of just everything. English breakfast. No hot dogs on it. Mind you, John Boy put a picture of he'd done, I can't remember, I think it was sausage, beans, chips and egg. And he, like he always does, took a photograph of it. Bear in mind he's got baked beans on his plate. I had to go at him because he put ketchup on his sausage and chips. It's like, no, if you've got baked beans, you don't need ketchup. It's wrong. Cat's lurky. I like beans. I don't eat a lot of bread, quite rare, so beans and rice are a decent substitute. Actually, I don't eat masses of bread. Staple what on? Chocolate cake. Oh, I want chocolate cake now. Don't know if I've got any though. I've got crumpets though. Who was it mentioned the crumpets? Was it Caroline? Please tell my knucklehead dog I need them. Oh, what's your dog got? Cat's lurking, not a problem, not a cartoon. I haven't seen your name like that in ages. Is that because of the at signs? It's very confusing. Hang on. I'm getting really warm actually. Let me turn the fan around. I hope it won't make much noise for you. Need some cool air on me. 2, 4, 6. I'm not going to stay long alive today, guys, because I can feel the tiredness starting to hit. So give it another 15 minutes. My doggo just jumped up to cuddle. Oh. First, hey Tina girl, the first thing when I arrive is chocolate cake, perfect timing. It wasn't me. I haven't got any chocolate cake. I want chocolate cake. I also want crumpets. I also want kippers, because James was in earlier and mentioned kippers, and I haven't had a kipper in ages. Love me kippers. And they're difficult to get here as well, because like everything else, it all goes to the bloody restaurants. Tell Sarah the dog's name and she'll call him. What's the dog's name? No, we haven't seen it yet, Caroline. Only just came up, I think. Call an exorcist if the chocolate cake is calling your name. They aren't supposed to speak. Oh, no, they do. I've heard them. There's a lot of food that calls my name. Sarah! Take me home. Especially in supermarkets. You just walk down the shelves and suddenly, the chocolate cake and the biscuits, and especially the Tim Tams. And the Kit Kat. Oh, I know what I've put in the order, because I've just done on monthly massive shop is the peanut butter Snicker bars. See, they called at me from the internet because I did the order online. Sarah! So where's that coming from? It's coming from the supermarket order. We used to call our friend when we knew they'd got home and played the message, and the dog ran over all looking for us. Oh, Belgian chocolate cake. Hell yeah. I do need more coffee, actually. We seem to be on the next shift. So I'll tell you what, I will replay, because I'll need to boil the kettle. I will replay the song. We'll have a quick... They're talking about chocolate cake, Laura, and it's killing me because I haven't got any. I'll just put my banner, what do you call it? Intermission sign up. Play a quick bit so I can boil the kettle, and I'll be right back. I'll try and keep going a bit longer.
and shadows shout. Christmas lights flicker ghosts about. Even spooks need a little cheer. Love's what they haunt for this time of year. Ghosts need love too, yeah they do. Under the mistletoe haunting you, rattling chains with hearts so blue. Ghosts need love at Christmas too. Santa's boots are worn down thin. Same red suit again, again. North Pole's freezing, I need the sun. Somebody else can make the run. Elves are striking, reindeer pout. Even jolly old Saint wants out. Ghosts need love too, yeah they do. Under the mistletoe haunting you. Santa's packing for a beachy view. Ghosts need love at Christmas too. Demons dancing round the Christmas tree, decked in flames and laughing with glee. Jingle bells with a devilish twist. They're making merry with a fiery kiss. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ghosts need love too. Under the mistletoe haunting you, rattling chains with hearts so blue. Ghosts need love at Christmas. Ghosts need love. Ghosts need love. Ghosts need love.
Right. Loomis Mayhem's dog is Omen. Omen! Omen! It's just an urban legend that cake is evil. Cake's not evil. This is white chocolate cake. Hey Laura, I can't remember if I said Laura before the song, so that helps me grow the chat. We need a live with Sarah and Crow talking about what food they love. I've lost count of the number of lives I've been on. Crow's lives I've been on. Where I've been. Come on, you know in his lives yours defaults to food. I must put the taste test back up actually. Never put that back on. Let's put it this way. I will eat salad. Salad doesn't go into my fridge to die. Does this cake start to cry if you spoon it? My cat loves his self-heated bed pads I got him. Since I do not have a furnace, I splurged and bought them for him. Reminds me of Great White. I'm sure I've seen Great White. And I think it was at the Astoria in London. You didn't call anyone. I think you should call somebody, but I mean, you're leaving everybody helpless to just nag you, to be honest. Quick call to 111 isn't going to hurt. Even if you could even say to them, you've got to be at work till 6. They'll either send somebody over or they'll say go straight over there after work. Look at white chocolate cake in the mug. You can make it in the mic with just a few. Oh, that's what you buy it for. The cake is a lie. Food is meant to be enjoyed. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Ghost Queen is in. Hero James. Here's your kipper. Where's my kipper? First thing I said when I came into chat was I wanted a kipper. Oh, smoke me a kipper. James was like, smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. As soon as he comes back into chat, Caroline's here. James, have a kipper. I didn't get offered a kipper. Arugula and spinach is good. How far behind is Sarah? I don't know. What time is it? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The Great White Sharkula. Oh, has he found a movie yet? Oh, got that to look forward to. Classic cinema. From hell. Is he trying to find another shark movie? When I spoon cake, it gets all over my jammies. What's a kipper? It's smoked herring. You don't like fish though, do you? Raven. They're an acquired taste because they're very, very strong. Oh, I love kippers. Love kippers. Just call 111 Pomp. No, you shouldn't have, but I'm pleased you did because hopefully the nagging will get into your head. A fish. It's herring, isn't it? Isn't it herring? Kippers? I don't care, they're gorgeous. Oh no, I don't have them canned. Where I am, we have what's called craster kippers. They're a specialty. If you can get hold of them. Raven split salted and cold smoked herring. Oh, we had snow, Laura. Touch wood, we haven't. We had some a couple of weeks ago, but it disappeared. My dad had a pain in the chest and wound up in hospital. Yep. Better to be safe than sorry. I don't like fish. I love fish. Love fish. Pickled herring. It's not pickled, it's smoked. Smoked herring. It's yummy. Most kippers are canned unless you have a... Yeah, I mean... Do we have canned kippers here? I don't know. You get them in the supermarket, they're sort of shrink wrapped and stuff. But here, if you can get the ones that have just come out the sea and smoked locally, oh, they're amazing. Smoked salmon is a bigger thing. It's a big thing here. The Scottish smoked salmon. I love smoked salmon. I might actually, as there'll be more available coming up to Christmas, I can have cream cheese and salmon bagels. Now I want that. I wonder if I can get it tomorrow or today when I go shopping. I like pickled herring more than when I was a kid, which is weird because it's usually the other way around here. Mum eats stuff like that. I don't know if I've had pickled anything. I like mussels, but I prefer to have them fresh. Smoked salmon, okay, yeah, Scottish smoked salmon's just well, no smoke, no snowed all day and water. Oh, always makes it worse, doesn't it? What happens here sometimes, because we don't get masses of snow where I live, unless we're really unlucky and we get a massive snow dump. But it's when it snows, and you might get, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 inches, and then it starts to thaw. And the day after, you get some more snow, so you get snow on top of ice. That is a really bad habit here. A herring with a smoking problem. We're getting snow here this weekend, only 5 to 6 inches is what I've heard. I like mussels too. Yorkshire pudding with standing rib. I'm trying to think who I've got in the chat because I don't want to upset anybody. I know Wayne's not in. The place I've always found it most difficult to get decent Yorkshire puddings is Yorkshire. I lived in Yorkshire for 11 years. I'm talking about when you're out, by the way. Go to somebody's house and they're making it themselves. They're fine, but ugh. Kippers done right. You have to have them. Somebody who knows what they're doing. That's what happened yesterday. Snow, then rain, and back to snow. That's when you got to be careful, especially if it freezes. It's already snowed here twice and more for this weekend. Well, guys, no offense, but you can keep it over there. We don't want any of the white stuff. Thank you very much. Smoked salmon, cream cheese on a toasted bagel. Hell yeah. If I can get some smoked salmon tomorrow, that might be what I have for my lunch. Standing rib. I don't know what a standing rib is. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, damn it. I should have looked at that. Wind so cold it takes you. Yeah, that happens here because we get it off Scandinavia, Siberia. Well, just the North Sea's bad enough. This is the warmest December I've even experienced. Like 7 to 9 during the daytime. I have to say that, what's the date? 12th of December. Last year and the year before, we had Northumberland had a horrendously cold winter. Didn't get a lot of snow, but it was wind, rain, and freezing temperatures. Especially on the lead up to Christmas. This year, it's not been so bad. It's actually touch wood. We haven't had the drop in temperatures we normally get. It's snowing where Goswina is. Shadowcat, night, sweetie. I drove home from work listening to Segs live in sleet and freezing rain. Must be an experience. I can't remember. Did he piss and moan about the heat today? Sends fantastic white chocolate and snow since she loves both so much. I don't want either. Keep it. You can keep it. 23 degrees, 74 in New Zealand. Well, you're in your summer, aren't you? Oddly, it snowed here 2 weeks back. But you're not that far from me, James. Well, I suppose you could end up a completely different weather system, but No, it's going to be -13. Ouch. Ouch. Right, hospital is slammed anyhow. Paramedic up to 4 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right for this country. I'm to take it easy as possible. If it gets just 1% worse, call 999. Best day of the crowd. If they've told you to call 999 if it gets any worse, then call 999 because that's what 111's for. It's for advice for how bad emergency is. So don't be afraid to call 999 and get so they can get the flaming arses there. They're treating it as a potential emergency, so take them up on it if you need to, sweetie. It's not normal being this warm in Sweden right now. It's not normal here, Avon. We had a couple. Was it before we had the snow? We had a couple of days that it almost felt like bloody spring. It's like, what's going on? It's late November. We've had bushfires, loss of houses, and died. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Can't imagine living. This is a British thing. I'm always the first one to say there's no such thing as British, but it is a British thing because it's the whole UK. The idea of living in an area with that sort of potential for tragedy because of the elements. But yeah, it is warmer. That's what they said to me. It's like when I called last year, it would 4 hours for the. But that's if they don't see it as being life or death or a complete emergency. That's kind of like triage where they'll relegate the urgency of something, but it is very unusual to be told to call 999 if it gets 1% worse. So they are taking it seriously. It's been fairly warm here for the season. As long as it's dry tomorrow and over the weekend, I'm good. I'm driving and we're doing Santa trains this weekend. Awesome. But the weather stays good for you, though. For the kiddies. You see that the ER at hospital at times been there waiting over 12 hours before. That can happen at the emergency hospital here, but what they do is they assess you as you go in. When I went in, actually when Dad went in with his heart, they prioritised him. They did with me because they took my blood oxygen and it was way down. They were like, okay. But if you're on a non-emergency, you could be sitting in there for hours. Mum had her full ambulance arrived in 5 minutes. That's rare though. Yeah, sometimes it's the luck of the draw. It's a sad fact of life. I live in the most fire-prone state in Australia. I just can't envisage it. It's like I can't envisage living in an area that has tornadoes or, real threat of hurricane. John Stewart, hey. What would the chat look at me? Oh, I was. Just looked at the forecast. Saturday's supposed to be good, but rain the rest of the time. Yeah, but give it time. Completely changed by Sunday. Tornadoes, you get accustomed to them. How can you get accustomed to tornadoes? I've seen Twister. No, I actually watch. Thing with tornadoes, though, and you can obviously I don't know anything about them other than what I watch and see on the internet, etc. But I have spoken to people who sort of live in. That's when I was in Texas talking to somebody who lived in Oklahoma and they'd never seen one. And some of that kind of makes it worse. It's like sort of look of the draw. I live in Tornado Alley. Have you seen one though? You know, because I'll say I've spoken to people who live in Tornado Alley, they haven't. So I don't know. I suppose if you're there and you're used to it, you kind of maybe develop this blitz mentality. Lots of so the fires would be probably. Tornadoes are so fascinating but terrifying. Because I'm sub to Ryan Hall, y'all. So I'll sometimes watch when he has the tornado alerts on, and it's the randomness of them. Seen tornadoes in Arkansas and Georgia. Tornadoes sit in the porch and wait for them to arrive. So there you go. So we have all those things in severe storms and flooding. Yeah. I mean, we can have weather emergencies, but they're major weather emergency doesn't happen. You know, it's not like, oh, it's winter, we're going to get a major problem. So you can go all winter and not get any snow. Just fine by me, by the way. Watched one take the roof off a neighbour's house. Seen multiple tornadoes. I've had a tornado go over the top of us, but that was a long time ago. My cousin lives in Los Angeles and he says you don't notice it unless it's a really big one. That's fair. I miss having a proper fire. I grew up with them. I mean, my heater's on all the time, but that's because this is quite a big room with no double glazing, so. If you want to see a tornado, just move to a trailer park. Yeah, that's what I mean. You have these major emergencies every year. We have we do have the occasional major emergency, but it's not like, oh, this is the season. When is it going to hit? It might not hit at all. Oh, James, I don't have energy to say hello to everyone. Blanky hello from James. We have earthquakes here too. We have tremors, but I think it tends to be in the west, around the Manchester area. I think they've been getting them recently. We get dust devils the size of small tornadoes. No problem. Hey, Wes. I'm going to take it up to 2 hours and I'm going to zonk out. Because it must be nearly 3 in the morning. Oh, 3:15. Sorry guys, dead air there. What? Oh, Mark was already here. Stop confusing. People are confusing me. It's easy done right now. Lots of forests. We have many national parks. Trouble is sort of dry wood if you've not had the rain. There's wildfires. Nothing in comparison, but there was one. I don't know if one of the Brits can remember where it was. Hang on. Really bad one. Wildfire across the heather and the gorse. I think it was just outside of Scarborough. Got that right? Can anybody remember? Got that right? It took me a while to put it down. I mean, it was on rural land. It didn't affect people, but even here it took them a while to nip it in the bud. So, in the sort of big forests of the national park, jeez. No, I can't. Um, the place nearest to us, I think, that would get anywhere near that sort of, or has occasionally got anywhere near that sort of wildfire was, I think, Greece gets them occasionally. They've got some nasty ones. Um, I find forests are lovely places, but they all seem creepy when I linger too long. Actually, that's a good point. Sometimes you can't think too much about being in a forest. It's a bit like I don't know, being in the dark or sort of an old sort of abandoned building or haunted house or whatever, and you let your mind sort of go nuts. I've seen pictures of the dust storms. They're just. Uh, I used to fight wildfires in the latter 90s. Again, it's the randomness of them, change the wind direction and, when they're out of control. I miss going to Colorado. Only time I've been to Colorado was to fly through Denver, and I swore I'd never fly through Denver again. Well, not from over the Rockies. Something to do with an air pocket, which was no fun. Your prey instincts kick off in forest because you can't see or hear as well. Yeah. Wayne. Up in the middle of the night. Don't just Denver my TIA. No, I would actually love to go to Colorado. I would actually love to visit the state. So it was. I'm scared of flying. So yeah, it was a shock hitting an air pocket over the Rockies. No, I would actually love to visit Colorado, the state. It's not against Colorado. It's just that particular route. I'd be trying to think of a way around it rather than actually, we were flying from Denver. It was only a small plane as well, because I did a conference in Albuquerque. So the last part of the journey from the UK was flying from Denver to Albuquerque, and it was on the way back Albuquerque to Denver. We hit the air pocket. I'd fly into Denver from the north, no problem. Would move back to Colorado, could afford it. When I was fighting fires, there were firefighters from Adelaide in the town of North Melbourne. I vaguely remember that. Well, don't remember it from the time, but I knew that. You were being called out earlier for having a wrench not doing anything. Hey, so I can't wait long, just in the doctor's waiting room to finally get. Oh, how long's that been? God, we've just been dealing with somebody in the chat who's been refusing to call for medical advice. Was that 2 weeks? Finally. You get a lecture for leaving it so late. Oh god, I can crow the chat because everybody's saying loads of seg. Awesome. Go sweet. Too long. I'm not good with doctors, but it's 4 weeks. Good grief, that's flown. isn't getting any better. Oh, please, you finally relented and went. I'm not good with doctors either, but sometimes you just have to. He tells it like it is, Ghost Reader. You needed to get that looked at weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't realise it was 4 weeks. God, that's flown. I thought it was like 2 weeks or something. Hey, Segret, get rid of that damn blanket ghost in your opening montage, you madman. I like the blanket ghost. What's wrong with the blanket ghost, James? It's been there since the beginning. I get turbulence every time I come home from Vegas over the mountains. No matter how many times I go, it gets me. What got me with that route was flying from Denver to Albuquerque. We flew at night, and they said, "Oh, we're flying over the Rockies." I'm English, guys. I thought, oh, single line of mountains. I didn't realize how many mountains we were flying over. All right, and I know that sounds stupid, but I didn't. And it was as smooth as anything, with no turbulence had ever whatsoever going in that direction. So I was relaxed going. It's only an hour's flight. I was relaxed going from Albuquerque to Denver. And it was actually a very smooth flight for the most part, but it was in the day and I could see what was underneath us, right? And it was amazing but terrifying at the same time. It's the true meaning of the word awesome, where it's like mind blowing. But it was a smooth flight, but something about the flight, I was really nervous. Yeah, and then we hit the air pocket. But what I hadn't but we were quite low. We seemed to be getting lower and lower. I hadn't looked at the time. I hadn't realised we were coming into, because you lot in America do like to build your airports right in front of mountains. I can't remember which one it was. It might even have been it was either El Paso or Albuquerque. It literally takes off in the direction of the mountain, then sort of does a hard right before it hits. But yeah, hit the air pocket. If you've seen the original, the true version of the Italian Job, it was like I envisaged the plane doing balancing act on top of one of the mountains. And I've been through a lot of turbulence before, but I don't think I've ever hit an air pocket, not to that extent. Glad to go into the doctor's finally. No, James, no, I like it, and I didn't get rid of it. I had so many complaints, I had to bring him back. Did you get rid of it? I don't remember you getting rid of it. You'd think I'd pay attention, wouldn't you, really? I like the blanket ghost. See? Raven likes it. You can't get rid of it if Raven likes it. You'd never hear the end of it. Being a former CNA and EMT, I'm terrible at docs. Getting better though, since the paper trail helps with my Yeah, paper trail does help. I need to sort mine out. Makes me angry and I don't know why. Oh no. Got ghost rage in your chat. Ghost rage, I can't. Blanket ghost rocks. Quarter backdraft or downdraft or updraft on the way back. I think this is a you thing, James. I think you're right, Zag. Night, Laura. Bye, Hair Force. Crow the chat. Crow the chat. Oh, that's fine. Right. Didn't know that we would have even worse fire seasons. Are they getting worse, or is it the amount? Is it the spread? Still can't imagine what it would be like. being under that sort of threat. I'm not normally consumed by bleak rage at this time of night. Seg's fault. Blanky Ghost, calling Ghost Rage. What time are we on? 5-2. Hours. His name? Doesn't surprise me the water bombers are ferried down there. I'm not highlighting that comment, Wade. Behave yourself. I haven't planked anybody today. I'm itching. Actually, as I'm not going to be on much longer. There you go. Be live without a planking. Doesn't seem right. What have I just done? Oh no, I've still got StreamYard up. I thought I'd knackered StreamYard. Sorry. For my content. Fish! Oh no, I want kippers again now. We shouldn't have said fish. Actually, I think what I might do tomorrow or today. I'm kind of in the mood for smoked salmon. I need to get bagels and cream cheese anyway, so a little bit of sneaky smoked salmon. Just what the doctor ordered. Did Sarah actually go live if there's no planking? Wayne doing the hard work. Yeah, exactly. If a tree falls down the forest, there's no one around to hear it, doesn't make a noise. And if Sarah doesn't do a planking when she's live, is she actually live? Does the live exist? No smoked salmon, you need to stop smoking. I am actually sitting here smoking an electric cigarette, you believe it or not. Because I finally found some. I think I'd been planked. Wayne has probably got the record. I got some chili cheese. I used to love chili cheese, but I don't know if it's just my taste buds changing, but the last time, I like me food hot, spicy. But it's been like mouth on fire the last few I've bought. Yes, the fire behaviour has changed completely since I was out there. Just finished smoking the pipe. I managed to cut down quite a bit, but I then just sort of hit a barrier of not being able to cut down any further. And I hate vaping. I can't cope with vaping. It just makes me cough and splutter. But I finally managed to source some electric cigarettes. So that helps. I tell you what I'll do, Little Miss Mayhem, is the first Saturday in January, which I think is the 3rd, is my 2-year anniversary. So for then, I will actually start doing a tally. I'll actually create a little table, because I always have a notebook next to me when I'm live. Create a little table and we'll tally who gets the most plankings. Of course, that means everybody's going to be coming into the chat saying, yeah, white chocolate. Sarah loves white chocolate. Just so they can get a clanking. Raven needs another Coke Zero. Your taste buds off, Wayne. Oh no, I love the drop bear. Makes me laugh every time. I want some cold smoked salmon. I'm going to see if I can get some tomorrow. Watched a bushfire outrun tanker movements. Oh my god. Problem is, I can't give up completely. I have to for health. I need. It's going to take me a long time to give up completely because, frankly, to be blunt, life's too stressful not to have something there. But I'm pleased I found the electrics. Extreme and critical behaviour, the worst case scenario used to be, now has become normal. Yeah, I know, it's amazing what the new normal in a lot of things have become. It's been over a year since I vaped. I can't vape. I mean, that's a hell of a distance, Sage Rat. 35 miles in a single night. I haven't yet, Aussie Cat, but the reason I haven't is I know that part of my problem is also the habit of having it in my hand. So another reason why I prefer the electric cigarettes, by the way, is one, they don't make me cough anywhere near the vapes, but they're actually shaped like a cigarette. It's that habit of having something in my hand. I'm going to make a confession here. About 10 years ago, I actually almost totally went on to the electric cigarettes. Overnight. The only thing is, bloody detox was horrendous. But I just fell back in about 8 months later. I just fell back into smoking the regular ones again. Right. Oh, I'm over 2 hours. Oh, 30 in. What's everybody? People are either up early or staying up late. Right, guys. I'll just check I've said thank you to everybody. I haven't missed anybody. Yeah. Right, I am so incredibly anxious when I started vaping, had to stop. I am live as normal on Saturday. I am going to be revealing some of the pages of the yearbook and go into more information about that, go into information about the channel, including things like Patreon and stuff like that. I won't go into it now because I'll just do it on Saturday. But and on Tuesday's live, I will give people the website for the online reader for the yearbook and the download that will be available for it as well. It's all free, not charging online reader or download, by the way. So I'll go through all of that on Saturday for the yearbook launch, and you'll see a lot more than I've been holding a lot of it back, and so didn't want to reveal too much too soon. But you'll see a lot of it on Saturday. So no, still up ever. No problem, Mike. Thank you to mods. Thank you to the mods. Thanks for everybody who's been here. Thank you for keeping me company at half 1 till half 3 in the morning. Someone go live so we can keep chatting. I'm sure somebody will be live soon. And I will see you later. Toodles.
Don't need coffee.
I need coffee. I need coffee.
You don't need coffee.
I need coffee.